Here we want to capture some sort of ID numbers. The problem is we know that ID numbers in South Africa can only have 13 characters, but if you've got some sort of other document, there's a variable number of characters. So here we've got a little drop-down list just saying ID and other. Then we've got a little helper column here. What this is saying is if it says ID here, then we're going to, the minimum characters it must have is 13, otherwise minimum is 0. And then similarly, this is just a little helper. If it's an ID, the maximum is 13, but if it's not, we have allowed for up to 100. That's fine, we've set it up, but now we want to make sure that when someone types here, if there's an ID, it only allows 13 characters. So we're going to go to data validation, and you'll see one of the options here is I can control the text length, how many characters are allowed in that cell. It's going to say between, and where it says minimum, I could type it in, but I'm actually going to say look at that cell over there. Where it says maximum, I'm going to say look at that cell over there. So depending on what happens here will affect this, and what happens here will affect this. So when I say OK, well, before I say OK, I'm just going to put an error alert. So we're going to say that if this is wrong, stop it and put a message saying IDs or something like that. So when I say OK, if I say put an ID here and I try and type something that's wrong, notice it tells us that. If, however, this is something else, I can then type something else. So data validation can make sure that these numbers are correct.